In this week's video, we're kicking off part 1 of our Thanksgiving road trip adventure, 1,200 miles from Palm Springs to Denver to celebrate with our son, Adam.
Tag along with us and our empty nest puppy, George, as we cross 4 states in 3 days with plenty of real talk about audiobooks, not-so-scenic dog parks, and what happens when the desert starts feeling just a little too creepy.
This is cross-country EV travel through the American Southwest, straight up and unfiltered. We're Zeke and Terri, empty nest midlife travel adventurers from the San Francisco Bay Area.
After nearly getting divorced and rebooting our relationship, we decided to focus on our shared passion for travel and adventure.
We launched this channel to inspire other empty nesters to get out, get dirty, and live this crazy thing called life by exploring places both near and far.
Subscribe to our channel for more Zeke and Terri adventures.
Okay, just like that, a month is over.
And I'm ready to get on the road. I'm actually ready to get out of here and go see our kid and go through some states I've never been through before.
Yeah, well, don't get too antsy because it's 3 days of driving to get from Palm Springs to Denver. Well, 2 things have to happen before we can do that. Actually, 3 things have to happen.
I don't even want to know what the third one is.
Well, maybe that's number 2. We got to load up all this stuff over here. And then we've got to get George walked a little bit. And then number 2.
First leg of our trip is California to Arizona to Flagstaff.
All right.
So let's go.
Load it up.
Here we go. It continues to be super, super creepy.
We're being reminded of our son who took a drive to go camping in Colorado, and he followed the Apple Maps to the campground, and he got himself onto a 4x4 trail. So we are still on asphalt at this point in time, but part of me would not be surprised if we get to some point and it just turns into a sandy road. At that point in time, we'll turn around. Just let me know.
I keep seeing Teslas coming this way, so I think they're all going to the Tortoise Creek Casino in order to charge, and either they have already turned around or we're going in a direction that is acceptable. But man, there's some interesting art, some interesting tiny homes, some hovels. Coming up in front of us are some incredible mountains.
So we are somewhere between 29 Palms and Amboy.
Well, it's definitely desolate desert. Actually, it's quite lovely out. It's like 65 degrees out. All these cars that I passed earlier, and I'm gonna have to pass them again.
Anyway, if you're wondering what the California desert looks like up close, this is it. George is in the car, so we're off.
Time for some food.
You see that big thing right there? That's the Amboy crater. Unfortunately, dogs are not allowed on the trail, so we can't hike out there and take a look inside.
Bummer.
The last time I was here, I got here on bike. It's a lot easier to get here in the car. Did you know that too?
So what was really interesting is driving along and you just see the typical desert stuff, and then all of a sudden this dark area with outcroppings of rock, and then of course the crater. Now we're going to Roy's Motor Lodge and Cafe.
We are at Roy's Motel and Cafe, which is not a cafe or a motel.
There's no kitchen. There are outhouses. You can buy water in there, and then you can buy doodads and stuff around Route 66. We didn't see your sticker from your cycling trip, but we did put our sticker up. Now we are back on the road because I actually need breakfast at this point. So we finished listening to the book on Tyranny just as we were driving into Needles, where we are charging the car, and we just got some lunch at
the Wagon Wheel Restaurant,
where we could bring our dog inside. So there's something to be said for the lawlessness of, certain parts of our country. How was your lunch?
I had a big omelet that seemed a safe bet.
Southwestern chicken salad. Your hash browns were good. But my favorite thing was being able to take a picture of the aliens in the Santa hats.
Right now, we are going to continue along I-40. We are in Kingman, Arizona, charging. Kingman will always be known to me that Pat should have had the pizza with the rest of us instead of the burger. So we are trying to juice up as much as we can, even though we have 260 miles in the tank. But sometimes
Someone
likes
to go 90 miles an hour uphill. And it kind of takes
who's in the driver's seat over here? Yeah. So it's
because somebody else is editing video.
We might just have to slow down.
Yeah, that's not going to happen. We're just going to find a lane.
All right, we're almost out of the cave. It's just dark in Williams, Arizona. We went to the Grand Canyon Brewery for dinner.
It's sub 50 degrees outside.
This is the first time I think we've used Electrify America.
Yeah, we're kind of disappointed. It doesn't charge super fast.
Yeah.
We at least are making it to Flagstaff because someone decided to put the pedal to the metal. Saw some absolutely gorgeous sunsets. But now we need to go because George needs food and we are about 35 to 45 minutes away from Flagstaff. Okay, Zeke, super cute room. We're at the Americana Motor Lodge. This one is actually really well done, except notice something on the bed, Zeke. When we were in Prague, we had the biggest pillows ever. These are like pillowettes. These are maybe the smallest pillows we've ever had. George, is that a George-sized pillow? But we have a disco ball. And it makes a lot of noise, and I'm sure Zeke's gonna wanna turn that off.
How'd you sleep last night?
The walls are paper thin. This one was aesthetically really, really well done, but we could hear the people above us, we could hear the people next to us. There were kids, there were dogs, but they did have the backyard dog park area, so George, cool. But people didn't clean up after their dog. That was super fun. Breakfast of Champions, IHOP.
Yeah, IHOP didn't seem interested in letting George in. We got food to go, and now we're charging so that we can hit the road. All right, we gotta eat, juice, and go.
Stop at the Holbrook, Arizona superchargers that are right by a Burger King. I don't tend to go to Burger King. And we used a bathroom. And I don't like going in to use the restrooms at these places without buying something. I feel really good about getting back in shape down in Palm Springs, and now we're ruining it on the road trip. But there's a dog park nearby.
Well, do you want to walk to the dog park and I'll drive George over there and then...
Besides being a super small dog park, people didn't pick up their dog's dog poop. I mean, it was absolutely disgusting. So you people of Holbrook, Arizona,
or anyone coming through Holbrook and visiting the dog park.
Well, I'm just wondering, like all of you people who want like individualism and everything else, it's like, take care of your shit, people.
Or your dog's poop.
Well, take care of your own shit too. We have seen a lot of rock formations as we have driven from Flagstaff to where we are, Gallup, New Mexico. So do you feel like you're getting better range than when I was driving yesterday?
I don't know. I'm not paying attention.
Yeah.
I'm only trying to not get yelled at for not driving fast enough.
Going 72 in a 65, 82 in a 75.
You're lucky I'm not doing 58 in the draft of a semi.
Well,
that's the hypermileage that we should be doing as environmentalists to save our planet and our population on the planet.
Well, we're also trying to save our marriage and get from here to where we're going next. So our next stop is going to be Albuquerque. We'll do a final charge up there, and then we'll head to Santa Fe. We made it to Santa Fe. And here's our dinner tonight. This is what we brought from Palm Springs from the refrigerator. Oh. The only thing that... Are you kidding? You don't drink.
That's how good the driving was today.
I feel like I'm at family camp where we weren't supposed to have alcohol and we walked around with things in mugs. It looks very, very comfortable.
Plenty
as
big
long
enough.
as the Wi-Fi is going to be good. They have breakfast included in the room, and tomorrow we have 400 more miles to drive.
Yeah, this sounded like a great idea when we planned it out. Oh, we'll be able to see all this stuff, and we get to see a lot from the freeway, and we've stopped a couple times, but the downside of Tesla chargers is that they're not in super scenic spots, usually fast food.
Woo, this is a tough grade.
But one more day of driving, and then we're to Denver for Thanksgiving.
And Adam should have dinner ready for us.
And so that is it for today.
Yes. Good morning from Santa Fe, New Mexico. It is a gorgeous, gorgeous day.
But the real find this morning was Maya's Artisan Crafts or something like that, which is essentially in the lobby of this hotel.
It's the tienda. It's the little store.
Yeah, and everything in there is handmade, 4th generation folks making this stuff. Just incredible craftsmanship and detail. And Terry found a couple things for gifts and for herself.
I found 2 new headbands, which is probably good because I wear the same one and I have worn the same one for like 4 years.
We are on the road. We got 75 miles to our first charge stop, and hopefully we'll make it. And somebody's driving, so we'll see how far we get. If not, we got AAA for a long tow.
We're headed to Trinidad and then Pueblo, and our son said Pueblo is not good. But I do want to look for a dog park for George at some point to let him run around.
Although it might take longer to drive, I find it nice to have short little stops. Because
absolutely.
The dog has to take a break, and I usually have a coffee drop as well.
I'm filled up on water, and you have your laptop so you can edit video. George just got a greenie, so he brushed his teeth, and he has a toy back there.
On the road again.
On the road. We are now in Trinidad, Colorado.
And there's a dog park in Trinidad.
Really pretty coming over whatever the pass is. Tomorrow it's supposed to snow. It's supposed to drop to like 30 degrees. So we are once again so fortunate.
It was 203 miles of range, and the way you drive, it's about to be 201 miles of range.
Oh my God, will you get off my back?
Oh gee, look at that, it's 201 miles of range.
We have ourselves some yellow vegetable curry, and we have ourselves a green chicken curry, all with noodles. It's called the Trinidad Marketplace, and it's kind of like a food hall, and there are multiple food places that you can get. So
Pretty hip.
we love these kinds of things, and this looks kind of fresh and healthy and a little bit spicy. What just happened while you were editing video?
So I'm editing video of us in Stockholm while we're in the sauna and the Baltic, jumping in and out of the water and everything. When all of a sudden I've got cold air on my neck and the sound and the whole thing changes, and I'm like, what in the world is going on in this video? What type of settings did I have here? And then I look over and her window's open, and I'm like, okay, I was not ready for that. 4D video coming soon.
So we arrived in Pueblo, Colorado. Looks like there's an interesting little arch river walk. So contrary to what our son thought, Pueblo looks pretty darn cute.
Yeah, they got a little downtown riverwalk. The Arkansas River comes through town, and they've got all this development going on around here, and they've even got a little boat service that putts around here. It looks like they're spending some money. Tesla charger locations.
Oh, this was one of the best.
This is definitely the best. And we're gonna walk around a little bit more, but we got to get back on the road.
So I found a book on Audible that I downloaded a while ago. It's called A Study in Scarlet Women, and it's by Sherry Thomas. And what's really great about it is it's a spin on Sherlock Holmes, where Sherlock Holmes is not actually a man, it's a woman. Her name is Charlotte Holmes, because she was kicked out of society. She knew as a woman she was not going to be able to be taken seriously in society, so she created Sherlock, and Sherlock is her brother, and it's actually kind of fun.
Few midlifers out there, sounds like Remington Steele.
So our good luck on the road has ended. We are 19 miles from where we need to be, and it should have taken us maybe 30 minutes. Right now it's looking like an hour and 15 to an hour and a half.
The last 20 miles is the worst part, then, you know.
We're really lucky. Well, 1,200 miles later, we are finally in Denver.
There was a 5-car accident, including a Brinks truck that brought it all to a 4 lanes of traffic, grinding halt.
The good thing was our son Adam, he had started dinner, and so we had beef stroganoff from his Instapot.
Then we came over here to this Airbnb, and
the location is good.
Yeah.
But we did manage to get the grocery shopping done for Thanksgiving, with the exception of the canned yams. I think that's going to wrap it up for this.
Yeah, this is it. The road trip is over. So you enjoy your holiday season however you enjoy it.
Thanks for watching. Who's driving today?
Not me!